It's an important part of the story because in the beginning, before they went to the refugee camp, they were in a church, and because of the election, some people got angry and started burning houses and buildings. Unfortunately for Machoki and his family, his neighbors didn't like the election vote and started lighting the church that Machoki and his family were in on fire.
They quickly had to escape. Their neighbors were carrying torches and rioting started to happen. Machoki's father stayed behind to try and fight them off, but he never made it out. The rest of them ran into the cornfield to get as far away as possible from the church. Then they made it to the refuge.
Okay, we chose to make mandazi. That's one of the foods that they had on their journey. We wanted to do this because Omalo gave them money that they could go and get something sweet because to make Jada happy because she had to travel a long way. And so we also thought that we wanted other people to try what they had and to try new things. And we also did these pictures because we want people to understand more about the story. And so we did they're in the right order of the timeline, but we thought we did important things. So Machoki and Jada, some things about them, and then the Maasai warriors, the Wilsons, who helped them on their way, and Nairobi, and the lion, which happened in the story, it attacked them. And then, yeah, that's all we did.
Chapter 21 of the book Walking Home, Machoki and Jada strike up a conversation with a man roasting and selling maize, and he tells them of a spot just up the stream where they can get water. Machoki offers to carry a container and get water for the man. He brings back water, doing the man a favor, and the man wishes to do them a favor in return. Actually, 2 favors. He gives them a piece of maize and then offers them more, an opportunity to get to Machakos.
The water container was a very important part of Machoki and Jada's journey because it helps them through many problems, such as the lion attack.
And we also did a model of Kibera, which is a place they walked to, and it was important for us to do that because it was very scary for them to walk through that, because 2 kids walking through a place with rundown houses, and there was mobs in there because of the election. And it was just crazy for 2 kids to walk through it.
Why we picked the tent is because we think that it's one of the more important parts of the story, because if they didn't come to the refugee camp, they would have nowhere to live. And
plus, they would have it wouldn't be a really interesting story. Having their house burned down, go to their parents, it wouldn't really be much of a story.
We decided to have not that many food in the tent.
Very little food in the tent.
Is because they didn't have a lot of food usually. The truck would only usually come once a week, so they would try and savor their food instead of just devouring it. And all they would have is maize, which is corn. They would have lettuce, beans and soup, peas, and water. This is the bottle that they would go and get the water from the water tower, and then they would have a bucket for the water. And
we thought it was really important to put the food where you can see it, because they had not a lot of food, and that kind of draws it in the look when you have lots of food. A lot of people think that, but you don't get very much food. Yes, it's still people are taking care of you, but they can't ship that much food in, so people have food like normal people do in their fridge.
Mandazi is amazing.
picked to make a 3D model of the refugee camp that Muchoki and Jada stayed in. I picked it because I think it's an important part of the story, and I think it's important because I think it changed the way that they made their choices along their journey and like how they acted during their journey. Like Muchoki got a lot of responsibility, and he knew that he was like in charge of Jada from being in the camp and his mother being sick. And yeah.
Because
We picked the Mike and the Sphere because they were important parts of the story. Like the Sphere was because like it was a part of the friendship of Jomo and Muchoki because they were hunting the antelope, I think it was, with it. And the knife made Muchoki feel safe with Jada, and he knew it wouldn't protect them from like a lion or anything, but it did make him feel safe.
QR code, when you if you scan it, it'll bring you to one of the pages on the Eric Walters website for the book, and on there at the very bottom it shows you what they brought with them, including the